Hello, what is up boys and girls, TheGreatPOTUS here, and it was nice to wake up this morning to the Black Ops 2 trailer. So let's go ahead and break it down, my first breakdown video on the channel. So this might be a little bit bad editing, but of course if you guys want to see the full trailer without me breaking it down, links in the description. So let's see. So we start off here with a bus moving down a street, and there's a little bit of a calm sort of music sort of thing going on right now. And as the bus pulls up, this is where I want to take our first snapshot right here, which is this bus. So this bus could mean a couple things. This bus could mean that we are now included in using vehicles in the new zombies, which is something that would, I don't know, I don't know how I feel about this, having cars in the new zombies mode. And my first reaction was, why would we have cars? It would basically just enable us to run away from the zombies. But of course later in the trailer there is something else that makes me change my mind. So let's move on. And this is the next part of the video, in which it kind of just like fades around and we can see the bus moving and whatnot. And here's where I want to take the second snapshot right here. Bus term out of service. Okay, so this means nothing. Obviously, bus term out of service, that means nothing. But from what we can see here is it is a bus station, and we are riding a bus, obviously. So that could be a new possible map, a bus station in which we travel around, and that could be one of the new zombie maps. So as we move on here, we can see, you know, it fades away, and we can see guns loading up and zombies coming out. And this is where I wanted to pause it again, right here. So we can see the zombies now have blue eyes, which is a little bit weird in my opinion. When I first reacted, I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? I remember Black Ops 1, the zombies had yellow and orange eyes. What is going on here? Come on, Treyarch. But it could mean something. If you guys remember, at the end of the story of the last Black Ops, the whole zombie story, at the end, Samantha basically was destroyed. She was set free or whatever, and she is no longer in control of the zombies. So this could mean that the sort of like yellowish, orangish eyes were caused by Samantha, her having power over the zombies. So now that she has no power over the zombies, they are now blue. And that is at least what I think. I don't know if that's exactly what it means, but that is what I am thinking. So as we can move on, we can see the zombies are starting to go towards the van. People are loading up, and here's where we see the first guy with a mustache. And this means a lot of different things to me. One, who the brown had a mustache in the whole zombie stories up to this point? And my answer is no one. No one had a mustache that I can remember in the whole story. The people that we had here, which I wrote down, is Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio. And of course, there was that whole Call of the Dead map, which had like George Romero, and it had Danny Trejo, and you know, whole other characters. But no one to this point had a mustache. So this is our first clue to saying that now Nikolai, Dempsey, Richtofen, and Takio are not the original characters in this game now. Now we have whole new characters. So let's move on to the next part, in which they're reloading. We can see a shotgun there, and it sort of fades to black. And here we can see the first glimpses of a girl. And the girl, I mean, now we have girls now in the whole Black Ops 2 zombies experience. So I'm assuming that a lot of people were saying, a lot of girls who play Black Ops now, I know a lot of girls who play Call of Duty now, and I'm assuming they were like, hey, Treyarch, what's going on? This is kind of sexist. There's no girls in the game. Please include a girl in the game. And this is why now there's a girl in the game. As you guys can see the cleavage and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure no guy would run around with half of his belly exposed unless he was shirtless, or if he was a little bit weird. So as we move on here, we can see that zombies are just dying. And here we can see the next shot of the guy that was on the bus, the one with the mustache, and we can see a full shot of him. So he kind of looks like a nerd, sort of like a gamer. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool because I was like, hey, gamer, maybe it's like, oh, there's a zombie apocalypse happening, and he used to be a gamer, and now he's sort of like one of us, and he is now on the zombie apocalypse, which is something that we all dream for. We are gamers, and we want a zombie apocalypse to happen. So it kind of caught me off guard, and it kind of surprised me that, and this is what I took from this clip right here. So the next clip happens, we see more people shooting, and here, this right here, this is something that really, really stood out to me. And remember in the beginning when I was like, why would you have a bus if you could just run around from them? If you had a bus, you could just run away from them, and it would basically defeat the whole purpose of you having legs. Well, this is something that I found interesting. The bus was actually used to kill the zombies. I don't know if this is how it's going to be in the game, but it seems to me that this is what is going to be happening in the game. You will be able to use a bus to kill the zombies and to break their heads open. And here, as we can see, there's a whole like explosion and whatnot. but I don't think that's from the zombies. That's from the next part, which is coming, which I will play now. So as we can see here, the diner. So this is another clip that I wanted to take from it, and it's the diner. So as you guys can see, there's a whole diner sign, and that basically tells me that another map to the whole zombie experience is going to be a diner map. And the diner map basically is going to be what we see here in the next couple of seconds, is, you know, close quarter combat and a lot of killing, a lot of places. It's sort of like a truck road stopper sort of diner sort of environment, and I find that to be really cool. So like basically what it feels like is that we're traveling through the United States and we're stopping to kill zombies in different places, which I think is awesome. I mean, if we could stop somewhere, I mean, that would just be awesome. So as we can see here in the next part is this diner sign, which I'm basically saying that is going to be a new map. So let's keep on moving on, and we can see here more lava and whatnot, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. But look, what we can see here, which is something that really surprised me, is we can see here a max ammo in the background. If you guys can see on the left of the girl sort of down there, we can see a max ammo, and that basically tells us that there's going to be max ammo in this game, which I would see. I can't see why not there would be a max ammo. But we could also see this farm environment sort of thing, which is why I firstly took this footage. I was like, hey, you know, we can see the farm. This is going to be another map, the farm. But then I was like, hey, if you can see there's a max ammo. So I kind of took this as a double play sort of thing. And if we move on here, okay, so we can see, you know, more zombies, more blue-eyed zombies and whatnot come in, a lot more killing and whatnot. And then we move on to this right here. So what are they carrying? What is this? It looks like they're carrying like ladders to a bus or something. Well, if we can move on to the next footage, the next clip here, we see that they're being used as riot shields, which, I mean, I guess there's a lot more melee sort of thing going on here in the zombies, because now we can use riot shields and whatnot. So let's move on. And here now, zombies are climbing up the bus. That caught me off guard. But look here. Zombies are climbing on the sides of the bus. So what I'm assuming is going to be happening is, of course, you are going to be available to be using a bus. But you must remember, of course, that zombies, as we can see from this footage right here, are going to be able to climb onto your bus. And I'm guessing you would have to have some people on top of the bus that are going to be defending, as we can see here. So if we move on from the clip, we see that everything else is moving, and we see more skulls popping up, and I don't know what's going on with that. A lot more zombies on fire, which is also fun. And here, this is the clip that we all come down to, and this is the final clip of what is going on in the trailer. And we can see here, as well as throughout the trailer, there's a lot of lava throughout the whole place. Everything looks destroyed. And this is a part in which I see that they did continue the story from the original Black Ops and everything, because on Moon, if we remember, Richtofen was trying to destroy the Earth, and they did succeed in destroying the Earth or whatever. And as we can see here, the Earth is destroyed. There's lava all over the place, probably like volcanic eruptions, and everything is destroyed, which kind of follows on through the story. But what makes me think is, why are the 4 original characters not in this game? And the only thing that can come to mind is, this is going on. What is going on in Black Ops 2 is what's going on while Dempsey and all them are on the moon. So if you guys remember, once you complete the Easter egg, the Earth is destroyed, and if you go back to the wherever you go, or when you see Earth, you can see that it is destroyed. So what my take is that Dempsey, Nikolai, Richtofen, and Takio are still at the moon, and this is more of what would happen to civilians or whatnot if the zombie apocalypse happened. But yeah, guys, this is my breakdown to the zombie analysis. I hope you liked it. Okay, so I forgot to mention this one part here, and as you guys can see here, we have a gun, and this gun is what I am assuming is going to be like the thunder gun that we see in the first Black Ops. And what tells me this is because of what happens in this next part. So you see a lot of smoke come up, and you see those gauges on top of the gun. They're going to extreme numbers or whatnot, and then you hear a gruesome sound, and the trailer ends. The trailer ends there. So what I'm assuming is that this gun is going to be sort of like the thunder gun of Black Ops 2, and I'm excited. So I'm sorry I got cut off earlier, but I forgot to include this part. Please leave a like, leave a comment if you saw anything that you missed and that I missed. Please leave it down below, and I will include it in the video in annotations. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.